Oh, so bad. I mean, well. Okay. Okay. Do you have the questions that these kids asked us last
We
time?
got your tape, and personally, I think your school is pretty strange. Okay, when you talk back to us, is it an alternative school? 'Cause it sure sounds like it.
I know. I mean, I've never known a high school that would have a smoking room, and I mean,
Okay,
I mean that's all we need in this, in Fairfax.
No. Okay, and as for the violence in LA schools have no more violence than anywhere else. I mean, and about all your bombs and stuff, I mean, we never get bombs. I mean, that's a myth.
I mean, but wait a second.
I've never
only
even
bombs
seen
and
a
wars. I never saw a bomb.
No, there's never been any bombs here. And, we have an occasional drug bust. Nothing, maybe a little marijuana in the lockers, stuff like that,
Marijuana.
Well, I mean, and occasionally a Quaalude here and there. But other than that, and if someone is caught with drugs, I think
You get expelled, right?
I think they get expelled or else suspended. I'm not sure about that. I've never been caught with drugs. I've never used drugs, so. Okay, and your teachers sound so, I mean, they sound like a student.
It's great, though. I mean, when she's thinking that, an alternative school is bad.
No, I did not say
teachers,
that.
Well, maybe not bad, but not
No,
right.
but I mean, do you learn anything? If a teacher just comes in there, hey class, what should we do today? What are you going to learn? I mean, if someone assigns homework, or if they do.
It's good because not pressuring the students. That's my opinion, because my stinking score is because I get all this pressure. I mean, sure, if I wasn't getting any pressure, I would probably do better. I suppose that's what our alternative schools are for. And I got a question for you. If you don't get good grades, because like here, 2 fails for the year would be, you would have to repeat the whole year. But I have a question that if you get more than 2 fails, would you have to repeat the year in alternative school or in your type of school? Because, it seems like an easy school, so if you didn't do the work, then I wanted to know if you would be behind a grade or something like that.
And do most of you get good grades there, and do they grade, do you get all A's and stuff like that? And do you do a lot of homework and working class? And what kind of classes do you have? We have, well, for certain classes like geometry, with this one teacher, Miss Loftus, she's a tyrant, and
Definitely. I mean,
and we get, like an hour, 2 hours of homework every. Oh, can you go to your celery? No. Every night, and on weekends we get a lot of proofs to do and everything. How high are you in math?
Well, I mean,
and science.
She means like, I'm taking algebra. I'm in 9th grade. And she started before me. I should have been in geometry now, but
she came from Florida, so.
Right. So she, I was supposed to go to pre-algebra in 7th grade.
But Miss Loftus, I had her for 7th grade, and she teaches. I mean, she won't go down to students' levels. We have to go up to hers, and it's hard. I mean, geometry is the most demanding class at John Burroughs, and my sister had it last year, and that pressure last year was so bad that she almost cracked. I mean, she just.
What grade did she get the final grade?
A.
That's great. I mean, well,
but she worked hard.
We want to know if maybe you have algebra in 9th grade or algebra in 10th grade, because
no, it's a high school. They have to be older.
My system is pretty ahead in our school, because I haven't known any schools that are in 9th grade that taught geometry.
Yeah, we're one of the only ones.
Yeah, so
and our school is way ahead in a lot of the things. Like we're teaching 10th grade geometry in 9th grade, and I mean not us, but our school. And we have biology, ITA for a biology class, and we have biology for 8th and 9th graders, which is 10th grade biology. Although it's 10th grade, but it's not for credit in the 10th grade.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you guys a question. What about the different races in your school? Because in our school, it's like there's black and white Chicanos and
Filipinos,
you know,
Chinese, Japanese,
okay,
a lot of them.
But the ones that are really segregated for everybody else, it's like they stay in their own group. Blacks stay in their own group, the Chicanos stay in their own group, and the whites, they stay in their own group. Not always. I mean, I've seen certain cases that whites and blacks are mixed. And I really think that they should be mixed. But the school, I mean, like the black and like just everybody's prejudiced against one another.
Here?
Yes.
Not
the blacks, a lot of them. I know a lot of them. Okay, and you know, I don't think that this should be prejudiced in schools because, shoot, they're just kids. I remember when I was in elementary school, the blacks would stay in the group and they would beat up the whites after school. That was really funny. You know.
Did you ever get beaten up?
No. Because I was a great con artist. I started crying. It was a different reason. So, oh, yeah, my dad just separated from my mom, and I would start crying, and then they would pity, you know, pity me. I guess that's how you say it.
Yeah. So, okay, let's see. We wrote down a list of the things you asked, and let's see. All right, our teachers, you know, like you say your teachers are really nice and everything. They, you know, but our teachers, you know, we have some really nice teachers and ones that just, we have boring teachers, nice teachers, you know, mean teachers, hard teachers. We have all kinds of teachers. And with Sloth, just as at one extreme, the hardest teacher, and the easiest one would have to be Miss Klein's, an English teacher. She just lets the class do whatever she wants, or whatever they want, and it's just, I hated that class. Yeah, but I hated the class because it was always so noisy. And is there control at your class? I mean, if someone gets really loud, will the teacher tell them to shut up, or will they just not get loud?
Oh yeah, I was listening to a tape about you guys' school, and I think it said you had 200 students.
Well, small.
It sounded super small because this school has like 1,700?
1,800.
1,800.
Almost 1,800.
In that area. But in our school is big. I saw your school and I want to found it because it is really beautiful. And gosh, I wish I could go to school like that. So
I would not want to go there because it's, I mean, it's too much freedom. And why do you go there? Is it because you know,
yeah, why do you go there? Why do you
flunked out of other schools, or because you just want to go there, you know, to get, you think, a better education, or your parents sent you. And okay, how old is your school? It sounds awfully new because ours.
It doesn't sound. It looks awfully new.
I know. Ours is. It was founded in 1924. I did a report on it last year, and this is a super old school. My mom even went here. I know, it's from 1924 and it's over 55 years old.
I'll peel your orange finger. This is one of the things I hate doing is peeling oranges because it always gets inside your finger.
I love it.
Okay, you peel it. Okay. What else?
I like the smell of the oil. And that, on your tape, we couldn't really understand it because you kept switching from one thing to another. But there was something about that black counselor or teacher or whatever.
Oh yeah, did that counselor just come in all of a sudden? Because it sounded like it did.
You only have one little tiny itsy bitsy black counselor. I mean, don't you have any black students or Mexican or anything like that? Because I mean, we have black teachers.
I think it's Vicky teachers sounding too forward. You know, like their school's terrible. I mean, you can't.
I'm not putting it down. Don't misunderstand me.
Because it sounds like it does. To me, it does.
But it just sounds too easy, and I don't understand why you're going there. I mean,
well, I would understand it because, see, my dad wouldn't let me go to an alternative school. He thinks, okay, Allison, you got to cope with the work and handle your situations, and you can't take the easy route out of it. But, I mean, I would love to because it gives you freedom. I mean, sometimes I just hate being cooped up in school and being pressured in what to do. I mean, listen, if somebody pressures me, if somebody, I didn't ditch, I got caught. If somebody pressures me.
Yeah, but you didn't go to class.
Yes, I did.
Oh, and what happens when you ditch? Or do they just not care?
Wait. If somebody pressures me, I won't be able to do the work. Like yesterday, my stepmother, she's such a jerk, was pressuring me all day. And listen, she doesn't understand it. Okay, but she was
Her
pressuring me.
Wait, is very nice.
You're not even letting me finish. She was pressuring me all day. I'm supposed to have a math test today. I know I'm going to flunk it because I don't understand it. But it's just, I bet you feel like that sometimes too.
Yeah.
So.
But,
oh yeah, wait a second. What is the smoking area and what age do you have to be? Because if you said it was a high school, I mean, could 10th graders smoke? Or what? Because, we don't know that. I doubt it.
We don't have one. And I don't think there's one at
Well, this is a junior high, that's why.
Yeah.
But
a lot of people smoke here. I mean, after school, some kids will stand around in a little circle, all passing around the roach clip. It looks so funny to see a bunch of guys just standing around, passing this thing around. But I don't smoke, or I don't take drugs.
She's one of the square people in the school. I got to tell you that. She is. And
and I'm not ashamed of it either.
Well, she's not ashamed of it. I was never square. I still am not. But I've improved because, when I was in 7th grade, I used to smoke. I mean, the reason why I found smoking, so great, because all my friends did it. And when, I have asthma, so if you have asthma and smoke, it's kind of hard. You get sick too easily. But I stopped that, it's going what nowadays kids go through. It's like they smoke pot, and they smoke, and then all of a sudden it came to me that I'm not going to let this overrun my life because it will eventually. People think that smoking when you're smoking pot, at least when you're in junior high, will never become of anything more than just a joint. But I mean, everybody thinks that once you smoke a joint, you're going to stay on the joint. You're not going to go to anything else. But you are, because you could move from a joint to heroin. It's super bad. I know most of you guys are saying, what does she know about it? But I know a lot about it because I used to smoke, at least pot, and it really it screwed up my studies, and it really made me a worse person because I couldn't do anything good in school. Mm-hmm. So.
And right now I'm doing quite well at school, but a while ago Miss Loftus was really getting to me and I wasn't doing too well, and I wasn't doing my history. I was only doing some of my English.
When was that?
A couple weeks ago. But now I've gotten on the ball and started doing most of it, and so I'm doing better.
I know what you guys will think of us. We're little 9th graders. We don't know anything about life. But it's not true because, sure, 9th graders are not as experienced as 10th graders, but that doesn't make a difference. We know what's going on in high schools nowadays because,
I have a high school sister.
We're almost there ourselves. Mm-hmm. And pretty soon we will be there, and, it'll just, I'm super scared to go to high school because I think that the kids are going to pick on you because you're the youngest ones there. It's just like going to 3rd grade and eating lunch with the bigger students that are in 6th grade and stuff like that. That's how I felt. And I'm scared, but pretty soon, if you're with your friends in the school, then you'll just overcome it.
I'm not scared because I know what it's going to be like. My sister tells me a lot about it.
What is it like? Just say, what is? Did she tell you ever what it was like for the transgression? I don't know. Transition through 9th grade to 10th grade. Is that a big change?
Because guys are a lot different there.
Oh, they're more experienced.
Yeah.
Definitely. You can't do anything with 9th graders. These 9th graders won't know it. Again, I'm not going to repeat. They don't know anything. They're just like real punks. And they hang around with boys and stuff like that. They're still in the age where, oh, you got the cooties and stuff like that. It's really funny.
And we're not stereotyping them because there are a lot that do know what they're doing, but not too many.
The ones that do know what they're doing is the ones with older brothers. Because, I mean, my brother came home and he told me he had a girlfriend. He was only in 5th grade and he said, guess what, Allison, I kissed Sylvia. For his first time he's ever kissed a boy. I mean, a girl. The first time he's ever kissed a girl. And Sylvia's his girlfriend.
And at your school, does everyone get along? You know, aren't there any fights or anything? I mean, not.
You know, if in our school, the puny kids, they don't even exist. That's so mean. It really is. I mean, people think that, they'll stay with their own kind. But, I mean, nobody knows what it's like for them, to always be the small people and not have any friends. It's kind of, it's really terrible. Because, I heard that, kids were more mean than adults were. And then, it's a pretty strong thing to say.
It's true, kids are cool.
I mean, yeah, right. And it's true. I mean, they stay with their own group. They stay with the people that are, cool with them and stuff like that. But, I mean, the puny kids, they're always left out. And you know how bad it feels going through your school years and finding nobody likes you because you're different than everybody else?
I went through that. I know.
I mean, I did too, but not that much. Through.
Well, I'm an individualist, and
definitely.
If I don't like some style, like candies, just because if they're in style, I'm not going to go out and buy them if I don't like them. I wear what I want to wear, and no one's going to change that. And
She's different than everybody else.
I mean,
what is?
Go ahead.
She really is an individualist.
I know. I mean, I wear the kind of clothes I want to wear. I wear my hair the way I like.
Sure, the plastic people in our school, they have sassoon, baggy pants, and I mean, I apparently think they're ugly. But so does a lot of people. But they do it because it's it's the fashion right now.
I know, and I don't. Most of the plastic people, if you saw our earlier tape, with Hillary, they all have their hair feathered and everything's in place,